Hello and welcome. Just showing you a card of my tarot deck, and the card I showed was the 22nd card of the Major Arcana. It's the card that really represents the end of a cycle, for another cycle to begin, of course, subsequent to that. With regards that particular card, the world, I just grabbed a quick definition of it. This comes off Wikipedia, so it must be true. The figure is above and below, suspended between the heavens and earth. It is completeness. It is also said to represent cosmic consciousness, the potential of perfect union with the one power of the universe. It tells us full happiness is to also give back to the world, sharing what we have learned or gained. So the reason I'm picking that card out today, I'm going to just briefly, I hope it's brief, talk in respect of the second word in my symbol, which is Gnostic, Universal, Realms Uncovered. So I want a universal today, and I guess in universal terms, or universe, just wanting to see how that has impacted my life, my journey, and just give you a bit of an insight into just again my journey, myself. As always, my full story is available on my website. It's totally free of charge. I'm not selling it to anybody. It's there for you to read if you were called to do so. It's a good story, and that's not just saying it because I'm the writer. There's a lot of insight and magic in there from my story. So the universe, what does that mean to me, and how has it impacted upon my life? Well, probably touched on it slightly in respect of chakras and the various spiritual realms that one can visit once one maybe ascends. And in terms of chakras, we're definitely talking the crown chakra, which is the seventh of the bodily chakras, I guess you'd call it. And what is the crown chakra? What's the purpose of it if we're believing that it's all to be true? And the opening of the crown, or the opening of the crown chakra, is really the opening to the universe. Now, what is the universe? The universe, I'll just try and sum it up in some very precise words for the purposes of this video. The universe is infinite. So what does that mean for a person or the journey? If one believes that the universe is infinite, that of course means that if one is tuned into or open to the universe, or part of the universe, or the universe is within them, that really means that you're open to the potential of infinity. So infinity of possibilities, combinations of what could occur or what could happen. So if we brought that back to the human material physical plane, we as individuals are generally very, very constrained by our name, what we do for a career, a living, job, what our interests are, who our friends are, whether we have friends, who we're married to, if we're married to someone, or a relationship with someone, what we learnt or are learning. So that's our identity, that's our ego, governs who we are. But if we thought about it in simple terms, if we just change one element of who we are, so my name is Graham, if I change my name to David, what have I done? I've changed something about me, but it's so infinitesimal in the context of the universe. I'm really not expanding much at all. So to be in tune with the universe is an expansionary element of spirituality. It's something that people talk about, the opening of the crown chakra. And for myself, I have been very, very fortunate, as I've mentioned previously, to have activated my chakras, balanced my chakras, experienced so many amazing events. And one of the things that has happened for me is my crown chakra has most certainly opened. It's open to everything. And what that's meant for me is that I now believe that anything is possible. Absolutely anything. And the reason I believe that is because I believe that the universe flows through me. As above, so below. And if that is so, that I am the universe, then I am infinite possibility. I could be anyone. I could be any name I want to be. I could be any name I want to be in any language. I could make up my own language. I could tune into a language of another planet or another civilization somewhere out there in the universe. So immediately, just talking about the name, you become expansionary. Now that's just not even thinking about anything to do with your persona, your ego, who you might relate to, what your beliefs are. I think if I went to the extreme, and I use this in my story, because I believe that anything is possible, that if behind me right now, right there on the beach, a UFO landed and Elvis Presley jumped out and played his comeback concert, and I've got some fellow motorhomers and campers around me on the beach tonight, I think a lot of them would be quite surprised and shocked, and who knows what reaction would occur. And my reaction truly would be, yep, there it is. Now I know that's an extreme example, but that's my approach to life now. And that's come about through my spiritual journey. And didn't come about overnight. If anything, it's come about over a number of lifetimes. But in this incarnation, as I have mentioned before, my spiritual journey started in earnest in 2017. We're now 2026, and it's sped up. The actual intensity, the revelations, the ascension, it's all sped up. So I won't really expand much more upon that at the moment, but there is so much to talk about in terms of spirituality that it's just out there for people to read about, and if one chooses to do the things that get you to a place where you experience it. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do anything. It's not my gig. I'm here to just say that it's possible, and you find your own journey if you are so called. And one other thing I just wanted to quickly mention about, I showed you the card, and the card's from a tarot chakra wisdom tarot deck, so that's a bit unusual. Usually straight tarot decks, but this one's been developed by a lady called Tori Hartman, and it just arrived in my life when I was looking for a tarot deck, and this one, the chakras. So I won't go into the details of how that's all works in conjunction with each other, but if I was to show you the back of the card, which I'll do again, what we can see there is basically a rainbow, a mosaic of it's actually flowers on a plant or tree of rainbow colours, and we've got a very bright white light in there. That very much aligns with something that I have had a visual experience of. In 2025, July 2025, as part of a activity that I will talk about at a later date, visited heaven, what I believe to be heaven. And without going into a lot of detail at this stage, the visual is kind of closely related to what I just showed you. So if you're interested in that story, that'll be upcoming. I think I'll make that one of my soon to be upcoming stories, perhaps in 2 or 3 more videos after I've talked just about that G.U.R.U symbol that I utilise. I think that will be enough for this video. I thank you again for joining me, giving me your time. I really appreciate that you have done so. I hope that's just given you something to think about, maybe brought a bit of light into your day. And as always, I will wish you a good day, and I will see you again soon. And as always, namaste.